Hello there my friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jasper. Today we are going to be going through a full body push session. Now what that largely means is we're going to be working all the muscles on the front of the body. We've got something for chest, for shoulders, for triceps, abs, and then when it comes to the legs, we're looking primarily at quads, specifically as well some adductor mobility work in the groin there. Now to get the most out of today's session, ideally you will have a selection of weights, as I do myself here. You're going to see me use 3 different dumbbells, I believe, throughout the session. I've got a 5 kilo, 12.5 and then 20 kilo sets. Now that just allows me to ideally choose a good weight range for the exercise at hand. But do not worry, as I always say, the fact that you're here means you have good intent, and we're just going to get the most out of whatever equipment you have access to, improvising perhaps where we need to. I'm going to do my best to provide as much context and valuable coaching nuggets with this great microphone. I know largely that's going to be a lot of heavy breathing for me, so please play some music in the background if you like. Otherwise we'll just get nice and intimate together. The session itself has got supersets, it's got triceps. We do exercises here currently for 45 seconds, 30 seconds rest, with an extra minute rest in between each block of work. Lots to be loving and digging into, as well as some additional stuff. You're going to see me use this bench, but you do not need a bench. I'm only going to be using that to challenge my glute bridge press that we're going to be doing at the start a little more. You can simply do that on the floor like we've been doing. I'm just providing that as an option today, to expand our arsenal and give you some insight into how we can challenge that position a little bit more, get a bit more range of motion, and so on. If you don't have access to anywhere you can elevate your shoulders on, that's the only place I'm going to be elevating, only thing I'm going to be elevating, pardon me. You could be using a sofa or a stool or whatever have you. Otherwise, just stick to the floor. I'm also going to be using this edge of the balcony here, this wall, to stabilize another movement later on. You don't need it, but ideally you would have something to hold on to that isn't going to fall over when you grip it tightly, for dear help. Other than that, I'll explain everything as we go, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Let's dive in to our warm-up. My hips back, feel that stretch on the inside, and rock it forward. If I don't feel much going on there, I can simply widen my knee base, sit into that, and rock it forward.
Halfway there.
I hope you are well at this moment in time. Now, not to make excuses ahead of time or to demotivate you, I am so tired. So tired. I'm going to do my best to push myself here. I always feel better when I do. But
Rest.
You might not see me go as heavy as perhaps I could. I would like to try. But if I'm just not feeling any particular movement and attacking the load, don't let that hold you back. Hitting the other side of that adductor rock here.
Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
Lovely jubbly. We're going to try out some of these crab walkouts to improve our shoulder extension. So I'm going to be using this crab bridge, reverse tabletop, whatever we want to call it here. And I'm going to bridge my hips up, do a little walkout, and then walk it back on up. Swing down, up, squeeze the glutes, walk the legs out to straight, walk them back. I'm going to expand that range of motion a little bit, and walking back. Expand the range of motion, walk it back.
10 seconds.
Okay. We're then going to look at some shoulder blade retraction, protraction. We're going to do that in a high plank position. If you have to put your knees on the floor for this, that's fine. So I'm going to come up here, squeeze the bum and the abs, squeeze the shoulder blades together without bending the elbow, and then drive into the ground to pull them apart. Very simple, surprisingly tough. We're going to want this awareness for our glute bridge pressing especially, squeezing the shoulder blades back together and down to create a nice stable shoulder base.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
And then finally, I want to get a little more spry in the legs with some squat to stands. So just find your most comfortable squatting stance. Grip hold of those toes. Press the hips to the sky as straight as your legs will go. And then pull yourself down. I like to open my chest at the bottom, driving the knees out with the elbows as well. Rinse, repeat.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay, first up is going to be a Goblet Cossack Squat. So we're in that wide stance, foot base. There's going to be two levels. You're going to see me do the hardest version, where when I sit down to my deepest position, I'm then going to rotate that outer leg, turn the toes to the sky, and let the foot come up, and it will allow me to sit down deeper. That is tough on the old mobility of the hips and ankles. If you don't have that, just stick to the regular groin bias Cossack. We're going to grab something moderate here to start it, because usually the first set of Cossacks always feels pretty sobering. And then we'll have an idea of where we want to go for set two. Just two sets. Just two sets. Just doing one leg at a time. I'm going to sit down, try and keep that foot flat as long as I can, and then drop in and rotate. Drive to the top. Simples. So tough. But a good Cossack squat. Oh yeah. Few leg moves do as much wonder for your strength and mobility as the Cossack.
Halfway there.
Halfway there already.
Seconds. Rest.
Lovely. You could say underwhelming with all this rest before we do the other leg. A little water, perhaps. I can't see a thing on the old camera, so hopefully you can see me. Okay. I do like a bottom pause where the tissues we're working are at that most stretched. That is a good idea. Really force some joint adaptations in those deep positions, so don't rush here. Notice we're only getting around 6 reps a set probably with that tempo, but they are meaningful reps.
10 seconds.
Lovely. Next up's going to be that glute bridge press. Now you're going to see me do this just off the end of the bench, just for a slightly different experience from the last time we did this. But if you don't have anywhere suitable to support your shoulders and upper back, Perform this on the floor, knees bent, glute bridge up. We're going to be controlling the dumbbells down to the side of the body, like so. Try and keep your glutes on and squeeze the whole time, and we're away. If you're on the floor, your elbows, will touch the floor to signify the end of the range. I've just got the advantage of some extra range of motion here from the elevation.
Halfway there.
Controlling the dumbbells, find your best stretch across the chest, and go.
10 seconds.
De-accelerating at the bottom, always a good idea.
Rest.
I liked that, that felt good. Now, we're doing a Loo raise. That is L-U, not L-O-O. Basically a lateral raise. We're going to hold very light weights in front of the body and do a big 360 motion. If this doesn't feel so good for your shoulders for any reason, just stop at your highest point. Got my 5s, ready to rock. So staying nice and tall, straight arms, coming up, connecting the dumbbells at the top, and then come on down. You can cross them over if that feels better. Much of a muchness. Great combo for the shoulders here.
Seconds. Rest.
Lovely. 30 seconds, we're going to do the whole thing from the top again. So make any weight adjustments now that you feel you need to make this suitably challenging still. Now that I'm moving, I'm feeling much better already. So I am going to try this 20 for my Cossack. And away we go. Historically, these wide stance positions, always really tough for me, very tight in the adductors. So if you're finding these tough, know there is hope. Just takes time and practice.
Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
And rest we shall, my friend. Rest we shall. All right. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Round 6.
Where am I going? Forgotten.
Halfway there. 10 seconds.
Hey. Lovely, most enjoyable. All right, last set of the press. How are we doing on the time? I can do this. Oh, could have been more organized, couldn't we? Oh, yes. I brought the 30s out just for you guys.
Halfway there. 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, that was good, that was fun. Oh. Yeah. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Loo raise. And then we get a, I want to say a 90-second break. Whew. Hello, dog.
Halfway there. Seconds. Rest.
Oh, good. What a start. What a beginning. Okay, let me talk to you about this. We are going to look at a push-up variation. All right? A staple in the program. It's going to be a bunch of levels here. You're going to see me put my hands on dumbbells to make more range of motion and thus bigger challenge. You could pull it back by simply going to the floor. But as we know, push-ups are really hard. If you don't yet have a full push-up in the bag, you can simply do the lowering phase only with my tempo, which we're going slow to the bottom, holding for a couple of seconds before coming back up. If you don't have the strength to come back up, just reset from the knee, okay? So hands elevated, floor, or floor negative only. Okay. I got a little caught out there.
Let's go.
All right, so we are up. We're coming down slowly. I'm holding at the floor, 2 seconds, and coming up.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Ah, it never gets old. Next up, 1 1/4 goblet squats. So you're going to do a regular goblet squat. We're going to come up a quarter of the way, just a little bit, back down to the bottom before finishing the rep. So we're just getting more time in that lengthened position, which we like. We like for a lot of reasons. Oh, come on, Big Bertha. Let's see what you're made of. Oh, there it is. Slow and smooth to the bottom. Extra quarter and go.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
I'm stuck. Okay.
Rest.
Got a lot of dumbbells out here. Now this is a cruel bit of programming for me, but I'm doing it because I care. We're going to be down in this bent knee position. We're going to do an isometric hold, which is where we're not moving anywhere, but we are contracting in place. We've got our hands in support. I'm going to bridge my hips up. You can come higher if you need to. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to drive my shins into the floor with an intensity that I can handle. Especially after those squats, this will be hot in the quads. We're also just developing strength in this deep position here. So I'm trying to squeeze my glutes whilst pressing my shins into the ground for this isometric hold. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. If you need to rest, obviously you can. If you need to drop your hips to carry on, you can. Oh, Billy. Oh, that was good. That was effective. One more time from the top. You're probably going to see me drop to some negative only on the push-ups. But that's okay. Whoopee. Whew. Okay, thank you, sir. Don't forget those pauses. Chop. Chop.
Halfway there.
Oh, yeah. Tough cookies. Oh, man. These goblet squats, they're going to hurt a little more. I'm sorry about that. All right. All right, legs. Yep, that's enough. That is quite enough. Quite enough of that behavior. Ooh. Oh. And finally into that Nordic Iso. Apart from the range of motion, one of the things that you can modify is just how much intensity you're pressing your legs into the ground with. So, last one, shins pressing into the ground as hard as you can, within reason.
Halfway there. 10 seconds.
Good. Good. Next up, tricep, abs, and one more thing for the quads. Sorry. Oh, yes. Still there? Hey, hey, good looking. All right, come on. So, 30 seconds. Not quite long enough for my liking. You can do the following however you like. Standing, seated. You are going to see me perform it down here kneeling. I like this position. And also, I'm too tall for the camera most of the time, so it keeps me in frame. One dumbbell overhead, deep stretch, and pressing into the top. Oh man, that's just too much. No, it's not. We can do this. Big stretch in the triceps. Press. Slow into the deep stretch. Press.
Halfway there.
Oh man. Oh, come on.
10 seconds.
Come on. Yep. Look at me saying I wasn't going to lift heavy. Come on. Okay. Next up, we're looking at a V-up concentric focus, which actually means I'm going to use my hands to assist my legs up to my body, and then we're going to fight it down and reset. Just a fun variation. So, we're lying down. Hopefully something that looks like the following. Hug your legs up, squeeze your abs, and then fight it down. Hug your legs up. Obviously, if you can do it without, then do that and focus on that eccentric portion. Whoa, wobbly.
Seconds.
I rather liked that. Now finally, we're going to do this constant tension sissy squat. This is where our hand support comes in, holding on to something. Now hopefully my angle on the camera is good enough. What I want us to do, keep the butt locked. So we've got a straight line from knee to hip to shoulder. I'm on my toes, just working the range of motion that you can handle using generous hand support. Okay? So from here, up on the toes, lean back, driving the knees forward. Just as low as you can. Come back up without locking out, so we keep the tension in the quads. Play with your range of motion. Don't do anything that hurts. God.
10 seconds.
God. Sorry for the noises. I'm sorry. I hope you were making noises too, just to make me feel better. Okay. One more time. One more time from the top. I really enjoyed this session, guys. And not just because it's finally sunny here, but because you helped me move when I otherwise would have led on the sofa, which is good sometimes.
there.
Oh, burns.
10 seconds.
Ouchie. Hey. Hey. Just in case you found the V-up eccentric to be logistically tough, by all means bend your knees. Alright, bend your knees.
Halfway there. 10 seconds.
Okay, last of these buggers. And then we have got a Flexy Finisher for some mobility in the hips. Hey. Oh, lovely. What a day. What a day. Okay, sissies.
Halfway there.
Oh.
10 seconds.
Oh, yes. Fantastic. Well, gang. Lovely. Very nice. Okay. So, this one, we've done this before. We're sticking to the theme, so you can hopefully see something resembling progression here. We're going to be doing a series of max effort contractions in a couple of different straddle variation positions. Long story short, we're stretching out our adductors in this one, and we're going to strengthen them with some isometrics. So we're just going to do this, I say ad hoc, no strict timer. I'm going to be keeping us on time. What I want you to do, if you're able to, at this point in time, join me in this straddle stance. Go as wide as you can without feeling like you're going to fall over. However, we have got the hands on the floor. Now, if that feels like too much, you could maybe elevate your hands on something. But in theory, this should allow you to slip a little wider. We want to keep our feet in contact with the floor. And then from here, I want you to imagine arching the lower back. So it's like we're tilting the pelvis. Tilting the pelvis, which should increase the stretch. Now from here, we're going to do 10 seconds of maximum contraction, imagining squeezing the floor between your feet. Like if we had a rug here, we were trying to rumple up the rug. And then we're going to rest a little bit just to get our breath back. 3 lots there. And then we're going to change positions. Hopefully you're with me. Let's arch that lower back. Feel that stretch. And 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the floor with the feet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Re-arch the lower back. If you feel like your feet can slip wider, do so. Oh, let's take 3 deep breaths. Okay, on my count, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the floor as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax again. Re-arch the back. Slip the feet wider if you can. Okay. Should be in your deepest stretch at this point. Probably pretty uncomfortable. Okay. Last one in this position, my friend. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're then going to transition to the floor. So rearrange. That's better. That looks much better. Oof. Okay. Let's now come into this wide pancake type position. This one might feel even more sobering than the other one. Just put your feet as wide as you can go. Now from here, same idea, except different lines of tissue. First one is going to be hamstrings, so we're going to drive the heels into the ground as hard as we can. Before we do that, we just want to make sure we're in what we would call our end range. So I like to think about reaching my chest tall, again, tilting the pelvis, like there's water in the pelvis, and I'm trying to tip it out the front, like we're arching that lower back, further placing the hamstring under stretch. From here, let's do the hamstring. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, heels down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And now the opposite side of the joint, staying in this deep position. Imagine lifting your knees off the ground. I don't mind if the knees bend a little bit. We're trying to activate the hip flexor to pull us further in. So it will look like that, okay? In some ways. In 3, 2, 1. Hip flexors pulling us deeper in. Pulling us deeper in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Staying in this position. Wherever you're at, hopefully the deepest so far. Very articulate of me. And we're going to repeat that cycle twice more through, and then you can be done with me. And you can run and tell all your friends about why your body looks and feels so good. Anyway, on task. From here again, hamstrings, driving the heels into the floor. 3, 2, 1. Crush the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Again, if you can almost imagine arching your lower back, tilting the pelvis, probably won't really budge anymore, that's fine. Let's go hip flexors in 3, 2, 1. Hip flexors up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Just got one more here. And okay, last set round the clock. 3, 2, 1, and hamstrings down. Crush, crush, crush. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Readjust if you need to. Oh. And hip flexors in 3, 2, 1. Lift those legs off the ground. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's take 5 deep breaths in this new position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. If you're still with me, you absolutely rocked the house. We should be proud of ourselves. I sure am. You sure should be. I read all of your comments and I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for all that you do. I mean it. I'm trying to make this work in this new phase of my life where filming videos regularly is, to be polite, very hard. But I really am trying to work it out. It's still just the beginning and you were here first. I love you lots, and I'll see you in our next workout. Thank you, bye.